You can't tell me that you didn't try to jump like Hinata when you finished the anime. If you haven't watched Haikyuu yet, why are you here? But seriously, this video is filled with spoilers from the anime. So go watch it first. And remember to support the series. And give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Please.
Tooru に足らないプライド。確かに。
What's good, guys? It's Yoshiken, and it's time to talk about how amazing the antagonists are in Haikyuu. But I'm mostly gonna be talking about my man's Oikawa. I would love to talk about every team in Haikyuu, since they all have their unique perks to them. But the team that impacted me the most was definitely Oikawa's team, Seijo. Haikyuu does this thing that makes us root for the enemy team when they give insight on their journeys and struggles. It's honestly frustrating, because when we see those kinds of teams lose, it's like, bro, why am I feeling sadness right now? Like, why? Oikawa is probably gonna stay one of my favorite characters ever, and definitely my favorite in Haikyuu. Even if we're not done with the series yet. We still got white-haired Hinata right here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, let's get right into why he's an amazing character. When Oikawa was first introduced in the series, he looked to be this really cocky and extroverted guy, as well as being a harem lord. He's not a guy you'd immediately like. If anything, he seemed very annoying at first. I mean, he seemed like the kind of guy that girls would be like, "Screech! Oh my god, Oikawa, I love you! Take a pic, please take a pic with me, oh my god!" But as he kept on appearing, he began to show his likable side. The side that strives to be the best at what he does. He slowly started becoming best boy as more interactions with Iwa and his performances kept showing in the anime. Oikawa has this really admirable thing to him. He seems goofy and an airhead at first glance, but the second he gets into a serious game, the whole atmosphere around him changes, making him dangerous, per se, and super edgy. Weirdly, he's the only character with black and white knee pads. It immediately gives him an important player vibe right from the get-go. And of course, he totally was. And Seijo's colors are very bright colors. In a way, it shows how Oikawa tries to shine as bright as he can, with the best of his ability. Despite that, his generic appearance is not that unique. His hair and eyes are brown, and he's moderately tall, like a normal volleyball player, right? His physical appearance can really show what Oikawa is like on the inside, struggling with growth against the talented, being aware of being born average.
Okay, maybe not average.
Oikawa began as a completely different player and person before high school. He used to be solely focused on himself, only seeing himself as the center point of each match he played. In a way, he used to think the match revolved only around him, and if the team lost, it was him that lost. His old self really reminded me of how my boy Kageyama used to be when he was the king. The anime gives us a perspective that Oikawa had when the boy Kageyama came to him for practice, like an innocent boy. But Oikawa looked at him like as if he were some sort of demon. When Oikawa started shouting, I could, I should, and then Iwa slaps him, and tells him exactly what he needed to hear. After Iwa made him realize his mistakes and that his whole perspective was twisted, he immediately began walking down a new path. It honestly surprised me to see Oikawa when he was younger. He was a completely different person than he is in high school. He began training on his sets to later become one of the best setters in his league. His sets were known to be perfect for each individual player, as he always tries to find the best possible position for them to hit a perfect spike. And not to mention his serves. Like, bro, calm down. I thought that ball was gonna pop in one of those crazy serves. It really says a lot about Oikawa, his dedication to change as a player and as a person. When Oikawa learned this, it completely changed his mindset in volleyball, and in some aspects, life. In a game like volleyball, teamwork is absolutely the #1 priority in order to become a great team. And if there's no chemistry in the team, it's a lot harder. An amazing example of this is how Karasuno beat Shiratorisawa, Ushijima being the main obstacle. But as a team, Karasuno was able to beat Shiratorisawa, or in a lot of ways, Ushijima. When Ushijima confronted Oikawa after he lost to Karasuno, he goes on to tell him that he could have chosen a path to fulfill his full potential, but his pride got in the way. Oikawa acknowledges this, and yet, he doesn't have any regrets about being the captain of Aoba Johsai or Seijo.
I mean, could you imagine if Oikawa went to Shiratorisawa? Haikyu would be over right now.
取るに足らないこのプライド絶対に覚えておけよ
Really makes my mans even more admirable, accepting his faults and all.
取るに足らないプライド確かにね
Something about Oikawa that's really sad, yet admirable, is how he knows that he isn't a natural gifted player. This haunts him, and sure, he might have somewhat gotten over it since high school, but that demon keeps on creeping up to him as time passes. That demon being his rivals. The fact that he doesn't grow as fast, it's really admirable how Oikawa handles this. Oikawa acknowledges the edge that Kageyama has before beating Karasuno for the first time, and he knows that they will catch up and even surpass him eventually. This is precisely why he doesn't seem as happy when he beats them, because he's constantly thinking about the day that they will eventually defeat him. There's a really good video called The Curse of the Ordinary that talks about this more. Go check it out. Oikawa's effort to improve as a player and as a person is undeniable, man. When he was first introduced as a player, we immediately thought that he's this extremely talented player. But the truth is, he busted his ass in order to get the skill he has. I mean, who wouldn't think he's not extremely talented when he can do crazy ass setups and serves that literally break the sound barrier? And his effort to rely on his team is also incredible. From being someone that did not focus on that at all, to someone who became the glue that sticks the whole team together. And we really gotta hand it to Iwa for being such a great friend, man. The chemistry they have is great, but I just love how he wants Oikawa to become a better person for the best of him. As I said before, Oikawa has a motivation of improvement that is possibly on its own league. He really wants to break his limits. Oikawa has had a huge impact on us viewers, but Karasuno has evolved immensely because of him. He was their first rival per se, their first goal, the first hurdle they need to jump over in order to achieve their ultimate goal, nationals. Karasuno barely lost to Oikawa, and this defeat really deprived them. And me too, bro. Holy crap. I could literally feel the tense atmosphere. But as many say, what is success without failures, right? Oikawa gave Karasuno their first major failure, which made all of the characters change perspectives and try new things to become a better team and better friends. When they grew as a team, they successfully jumped over the hurdle they needed to. And if you think about it, without this development that was forced upon them by failing, they wouldn't have a against Shiratorizawa because of what I mentioned earlier about it was their team as a whole that beat them. Oikawa is seriously an amazing character, bro. And honestly, I was rooting for him in a lot of the matches, I'm not gonna lie. And boy, I better see Karasuno beat everyone's asses in nationals since they beat my mans, bro. Not gonna lie, that's one of the main reasons I'm rooting for Karasuno. I just love my bro Oikawa.
He's a great guy, isn't he? Who would have thought, right? How could a volleyball antagonist would be this great? It's like kind of insane, right? But honestly, I'm very happy that Haikyu ended up being that mind-blowing anime that just was very unexpected, honestly, because it was my first sports one. And anyways, we might just not get anything that's equivalent to what we saw in season 2 and 3 in the following seasons in nationals, because I don't know, man, but those 2 seasons were really something else. But let's see, who knows, right? Maybe we'll get another great match, or even better, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, right? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, like I said in the beginning, give it a thumbs up. By the way, did you like that intro? And if you sub, that'd be pretty cool gamer moment, I'm not gonna lie. That being said, it's a chicken. Stay cringy, guys.